If your sunroof gets stuck open or closed, you can try the following steps to help solve the problem. Begin by checking the fuse for the motor. Use a trim removal tool and gently pry off the panel on the left side of the dash indicated by the red arrow. Check with your manual, but the fuse for the sunroof motor on our Cayenne is indicated by the red arrow. Next, check the fuse for the switches in the overhead dome light console on the right side by removing the panel in the same fashion as the left side. Check with your manual again, but the fuse for our sunroof dome light switches is indicated by the red arrow. If those fuses are good, remove the sunroof tool from the back of the panel on the left side. You will need to lower the dome light access panel to access the motor. Depending on how your Cayenne is optioned may depend on what switches you have on your upper center console. While these may differ, moving the console to access the sunroof is the same. There are two parts to the upper console, the outer trim piece, red arrow, and the console itself, blue arrow. Begin by using your hand and gently pulling down on the trim piece at the front of the windshield, red arrow. Once the front section has released, use a trim removal tool and gently pry down and around on the outer trim piece, red arrow. Use care as the trim tabs are small and delicate. Once all of these are removed, you can remove the outer trim piece from the console. Use a trim removal tool and start gently prying down on the front of the console, indicated by the red arrow. There are two clips, red arrows, on the front of the console that may or may not compress and slide out with the console. Ours did not, and we had to use a trim removal tool to pry them back. Use care here as you do not want these metal tabs to grab or rip your headliner. Once you have it low enough to clear the front clips, press in on the tabs on the side and lower it more. Blue arrow, one side shown. There are two clips towards the rear, red arrows. These may or may not fight you, but again, just make sure they don't get caught on the headliner. With these free, the console will pivot down and hang by two plastic pegs towards the windshield. This will allow you to access the sunroof motor. Insert the tool into the motor and hand crank the sunroof open or closed. This image indicates where you place the tool. The sunroof motor has plastic teeth that engage with the cables. You need to replace the motor. Begin by pulling out the red tab, blue arrow, and then press down on the tab and separate the electrical connection. Use a T25 Torx and remove the three screws, red arrows. Lower the motor out from the mount, blue arrow, and the cables, red arrow. This image indicates the plastic teeth, blue arrow. This type of buildup comes from the cable. Before installing the motor, make sure to reinstall the plastic bracket, blue arrow. Installation is the reverse of removal. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out another video in this series.